Hello and welcome to Duncan's Park Planet Zoo Edition. This is my zoo. It's not much yet. There's no animals. All I've built is the staff village. This build, I must say, is a pre-release build that they gave me last week, so it might be a few changes before release. I don't know. But I have noticed one thing, that there's like some thumbnails are missing for some of the animals, so maybe it's just this version. But I assume it's now released and they're probably all there. We're going to start off by making an enclosure. But before we make an enclosure, we need to figure out what animal we're going to put in it. So let's look at the animal list. Yeah, see, like these thumbnails aren't there. Okay, so there's buffaloes. First we'll sort by price, and we'll go to just show cash ones because I haven't got much in the way of conservation credits yet. They're flamingos. Oh, flamingos would be cool. Sume, the greater flamingo. Okay, so because I'm buying it for cash, I can't release it for conservation credits, but I can breed from it and then release those for credits. So this looks kind of cool. It's not very big, doesn't live very long, quite fertile, hasn't got very good immunity genes, but then none of them are terrible. So it's not a bad flamingo, and it's only $181. So let's grab a flamingo. And we need, let's have a look at the list, shall we? Let's see what it says about flamingos. They are not very endangered, so they're not really worth much, but they look cool. I like flamingos. I think it's a good thing to have kind of a standard animal at the start of a zoo. I think Bristol Zoo's got the flamingos right at the start, and I think that's a good idea. So let's see what they like. They can be aquatic, they can be tropical, they can be temperate, they can be grassland. They need 300 meters squared of land and 125 meters squared of water. They don't need anything to climb on. The temperature is very, very generous. So it looks like they can live pretty much anywhere they want, which is good. So it's going to be a pretty easy enclosure to build. Okay, right, well, there we go. Let's just buy some more of those, I think. We'll make a nice enclosure for the flamingos. Group size 10 to 500, so I can have any amount of males and females as long as I have at least 10. So I actually need quite a lot. So we have to go buy a bunch of these flamingos. It's going to be more expensive than I thought. Oh dear, there's not many in the shop. Just have to buy them all. Buy them all. You can refresh and hopefully there'll be more. Nope. I bought all the flamingos and there's not enough. Or to come back here and check occasionally to see if there's any more. Anyway, let's make their enclosure. So, a barrier. We're going to go with a simple glass barrier along the front here that people can look in and see the flamingos as soon as they enter the park. How big do we want this thing? Maybe about that big. And then we can go with a regular old wooden fence at the back. We're going to go quite far in here. We want to have a gate, a keeper gate. There we go. Oh, I can't quite reach there. How annoying. Can we make it a bit longer? 15 meters. Is that snapping? Yeah. Alright, that's our enclosure. Is it big enough for the flamingos? It is 2,216 meters squared with no water. So we need to get some water in there. So let's add some elevations in here to make it look nice. We'll probably have a big hole, obviously, for the water. Flamingos, as you know, love water. So we'll make a big pond. A real big pond right in the middle. And then we'll try and flatten all that out. Flatten. That doesn't look right. Flatten to foundation. There we go, that's what I want. Nice big flamingo pond. Put some water in there. Nice water. Oh, beautiful. Now let's check out the land mass now. We have 766 meter squares of water and over 1,000 of land. Great. Right, we've got an exit here. Okay, what about some more hills? Some more like lumpy hills, perhaps. Just to make it the terrain a little bit less flat and boring. We'll have like a hill here. Ooh, we can have like a cliff there. Maybe not. Oh, that's odd, isn't it? I don't think I like that. Let's get rid of that. That's kind of cool though. Okay, well this area here will be the high bit. There we go. Kind of neat. Maybe we'll have a bit in this back bit as well. The bit closest to the guests will be kind of flat because they're going to be wanting to have their view. And they don't want to be interrupted by rocks and stuff. Okay, that looks good enough to me. Looks like a nice area for the flamingos to live. Right, what do flamingos like to sleep in? Do we want to have like a little barn in here for the flamingos to sleep in? Maybe we do. Facilities, habitat, shelter. Okay, so we could make like a shelter for them. Let's say how. Oh goodness, that's huge. There you go, a basic metal shelter. Okay, we'll have this at the back. They can sleep in it. Put some bedding in there. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. That looks bad, doesn't it? I'm just going to fill this up with some bedding. We can probably raise the whole thing again in a second. Alright, there we go. That's our flamingo bed. Couple of new ones, couple of males. Let's grab them. There we go. We've got a few now. We've got like, what's 5? Which isn't a huge amount, but it's not too bad. Right, what do they like in their habitats? So, I think you need to click on the actual flamingo. You should probably make a keeper hut specifically for the flamingos. Okay, we'll put the keeper hut like here. There we go. New keeper hut full of flamingos. And they're in. We have some flamingos in their new habitat. Only 2 right now. But there are some guests coming already just to see the 2 flamingos. They heard about it. They came out on their lunch. They were like, apparently there's a pond with flamingos nearby. Let's go and check it out. Only $3. Right, let's have a look at you. So you have no enrichment and your welfare is not great. So what are we missing? You need, you have enough hard shelter for now. You need more appropriate terrain. You want less long grass. Okay. So let's go and get rid of the long grass. You've got plenty of short grass, fine. Tall grass, bad. Soil, good. Rock, good. Okay, soil and rock. So let's pop in a bunch of soil around here. Around the pond. A bit muddy in there now, but I think that's probably what it would look like. Okay, and some rock. Some rough rock maybe on this. It's a bit big. And this bit here. Rocky. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Looks pretty rocky. Rocky and cool. A bit more rock. You like your rock, don't you? Okay, we're good for rock. We've got rock, we've got everything we need. Okay, that's what it's going to look like. Great. Okay, so we need some plant coverage. Now, they will tell us where they're from and what kind of plants they like. So it says they are from Africa, Asia, or Europe. They like tropical, aquatic, temperate, or grassland. So they like a lot of things. Let's go into the nature and we'll just set some filters. We're in temperate now, so we'll put tropical, temperate, grassland, and then we'll go for continents Africa, Asia, Europe. Okay, so all this stuff should be good. There's some nettles. Sounds like a weird thing to have flamingos in. I think they would look better in a more tropical area, so let's get rid of temperate. There we go. Get some nice ferns. Yeah, looks nice. Some more ferns maybe. Oh, that's a nice one. Big old ferns. Okay, do they like trees? Should we get some trees in there? How about some palm trees? Wow. Okay, they're a bit silly. They're a bit big for this enclosure, I think. Bamboo doesn't look right. These are nice little trees. Kind of fancy looking. Fancy little trees. All right, it's looking pretty good. Okay, there we go. Little platform for them to sit on in the middle of the pond. Maybe we could do like a big old fallen tree as well. We could find a dead tree of some sort. I like fallen trees. I think they look cool. Timber! Bonk. That looks good. There you go. Okay. Right, let's unpause. Oh, wait, actually, there's a couple of things we need. They need food and water. So we'll get a large food bowl. We can feed them in the middle, maybe. Oh, the keepers will probably have a hard time getting there, though. We'll feed them over here, just to keep them near the guests. And we'll give them a water pipe as well. You know, they have a decent source of water already, so we don't need to give them water. We need to build a water treatment plant, because at the moment, that water is going to go manky as heck. And we will pop it down next to them, I guess. There we go. There we go. Water is being treated. Now, we need to make some money out of this. So we're going to make an exhibition board, which is going to go kind of here-ish, I think. The flamingos. Greater flamingo. There we go. It's a big board about greater flamingos. And then we want a donation box, of course. We'll put it here. We want to make some money out of them. Oh, we can have like an ambient speaker that will play like the sounds of their habitat. Yeah, so we'll put a couple by the sign there. We can put in a big educational board here. This will be like the first things people see when they walk in will be these educational boards. We'll hide the water treatment plant behind them. Okay, these boards have to show things though. We're going to show from top to bottom. The amphibian extinction crisis, followed by bee population decline, deforestation, they're very bleak, these educations, and ecotourism. There we go, boom. There we go. As soon as you walk in, it hits you on the head with a bunch of educational material, and then you see the flamingos. We also need to do some research to make sure that we have their best interests at heart. Like we need their toys and stuff, things that they're going to want to play with. Also, I feel like we should have a shallower bit of water, because when I think flamingos, I think like they're standing in water rather than swimming in it, and this is all really deep water. So let's go back to the drawing board slightly here and remove this water. They all get boxed up, I'm very sorry. And then we're going to sculpt the land a little bit higher. Get some shallow water here. Okay, so I've made the water here a lot shallower so that they can walk in it, hopefully. That's the plan. I think I've got protesters in my park already. What are they protesting? Don't lock up animals. They look happy enough. This rock needs to be moved. Don't they look happy to you? They've got a lovely little enclosure. So they have good terrain, they need more hard shelter. Okay, so it looks like this alone isn't a big enough shelter for them. So maybe we should build another one. We will flatten all of this bit here. And so we want to flatten to foundation, so we'll just pick like this height here. And we'll flatten this area here. And we'll put more hard shelter in for the flamingos. Because we're going to want somewhere bigger to sleep, I think. Now we have space for the hard shelters. We can fit one in here. What is the... Okay, that stops there, so then we'll put a few of these against the wall. Control D is duplicate. 3 of these should be plenty. Plenty. Let's get the nettles out of there. They probably won't appreciate that. Poor flamingos. Why is this one higher? That's weird. Put that down. Good. Right. Are you happy now, flamingos? Are you happy with your new area? Yes. They don't like the beech tree, apparently. They're like, this doesn't belong where I live. Also, it's stuck into the ground. Looks very odd. Oh, they're eating. Look at that. They got a big pile of food. Nicely done. Oh, the coins are getting chucked in. Throw some coins in. Come on, someone. Yeah, thank you. Right, let's get a keeper for this place. Let's go into zoo and go to work zones. Make a new work zone. We'll click on this. Click on that. And that'll do, I guess. Work zone 1. And we'll rename it to Flamingo. Flamingo. Ah, there we go. Ashley Ayala is our flamingo keeper. Great. Okay, we still need 2 more flamingos. Ah, 2 more. Perfect. There we go, 2 more flamingos. We'll put them into the enclosure. And then we're done. Oh, look, he's walking. It worked. The shallow bit of water worked. Oh, it's so worth it. Oh, look. And look, one's about to have a baby. It's done some poos. Where's the baby going to come? There it is. It had a baby. We got a baby flamingo. Oh, our first baby in our park. It's called Yasmin. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. That's a great little way to start a zoo. You walk in, get bombarded with information about the terrible things that are happening in the world. And then you see flamingos. Oh, this grass doesn't look healthy, does it? Barrier status. Let's call it mechanic. Not good, not good. Oh, I think they're pretty happy. Well, they're all getting pregnant, but we can have up to like 500, so it doesn't matter too much. There will be a point where they have not enough space, though. At which point we can sell some. Oh, they're not like huge appeal for the public, but I think it's a good way to start your zoo off. He's sucking up poo into his poo sucker. Yummy. Okay, well that was our flamingo exhibit. Next time I'll probably do something a bit more exciting than flamingos. Something like a carnivore, perhaps. Or something exciting for our guests to see after the flamingos. But until then, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Bye!